Three, two, one, and boom. Welcome in. Much love, Trav here. Hope you're doing awesome. We're back with another match of the Blue Red Pirates draft deck. If you haven't seen the draft, you should go click on the last video. Check it out. We've got Mulligan versus Mulligan. We've got our Pirates Cutlass and our Brazen Buccaneers. I'm going to bottom this island. We could use another land to cast this, but we need another red. And yeah. So best possible top deck. We have got a couple pirates we could rip on too to tempo them. Mountain's an okay draw. We do have some higher end stuff in our deck. Several Fire Shrine Keepers. I think I'm playing two of those. And just mana to move our Cutlass around. We just drew a second Fire Cannon Blast, so I'm actually going to fire that one off. I was not going to do that, especially against red-black, but since we drew a second one, Pirate's Cutlass is not a particularly amazing play here because it costs 3, but it's only going to cast 1 to throw in the Buccaneers later on. Deadeye Tormentor. Also, we were able to turn off Raid, so that was nice. Throw down Brazen Buccaneers. Kind of hope it's a 3-3, because if it's a 2-2, I don't really want to trade because of the Cutlass. Pyromancer, I'm going to leave that one on top, even though we don't have the 5th land. Because it's good. It's a pirate too, and it could happen. We've got other things. It'll be real bad if this one gets killed. We're going to stall out for at least a turn, but Brazen Buccaneers back at you. Yeah, pretty happy to kill this. Shit, Fire Cannon Blast. That's pretty annoying. Pretty annoying. Seeing that. Oh, they put it in their graveyard. That's weird. I guess they can't cast it because they don't have double red. No removal. This is a close one. In red-black, there's not necessarily like big-ass creatures. Pirate's Cutlass wins the race as well, but I'm actually going to fire this one off. We've got Sure Strike to deal with a big creature. I'm concerned if the opponent untaps, plays Contract Killing, and then we're like way behind on tempo. We can throw out the Cutlass on a turn where the opponent is hoping to block. I guess it could be slightly awkward if they play a big creature and we were hoping to attack and play the Pyromancer on that turn, but it should be alright. Pirate, Wily Goblin? Rowdy Crew is a 3-3. And that I'm not a huge fan of that card. It's fine. It's pretty fucking random. It's usually not as good as you hope. Opponent has a second red, so if they have I like it. I think I'm going to go for max value here and attack. It would be fine to throw on the Cutlass and attack, but then we're trading 5 for 5 again, and we're barely winning that race and making ourselves very vulnerable to a removal spell. This way we can clear the board down. There's no race. We're actually ahead on everything. About tied on cards, but ahead on board. About tied on life. And Cutlass tends to be the best on smaller boards, and is also makes our top decks a lot better, although flooding out's a real issue. Meanwhile, this Cutlass is better than the Burning Suns avatar that it maybe could be, or at least so far in this game has been. If we draw a third red, it would be insane, but even it would fuck with our mana a bit, be a bit awkward. So, not too mad about it. Meanwhile, opponent's like almost mono red. See no black over here. One Deadeye Tormentor. And there's a Headstrong Brute, which can't block. Bonded Horncrest, I like it. Since the opponent cannot block, I'm just going to send with this rather than play the Cutlass and throw down the Bonded Horncrest. I'm trying to remember what I picked this over. This is really good right now, but very swingy. If the opponent has a removal for our Pyromancer, suddenly we're going to be pretty stuck and dependent on top decking another creature. So I will throw it down. If the opponent had Vanquish the week, they would have already played it. So we give them a turn to top deck that card and punish us. But I think this is the play because we're threatening the win next turn with Cutlass, Sure Strike. Maybe they have Burning Sun's Avatar. We're about to get wrecked by it. God, is that happening? No, Vraska's Contempt though. That's very interesting that they took out that one rather than this one. If they took out this one, we'd be in a much tighter spot. Yeah. Okay, keep an extra card in hand to discard. The opponent's actually dead next turn if they don't have a blocker or removal. They most likely have a blocker or removal, but if they don't, we've got exactly 8. Okay. I'm not super optimistic though. Even if they have a blocker, Sure Strike can clear it out, and we're still, they put us to 4, we put them to 3, they put us to 1, we put them to neg. We're still in okay shape. To me, they probably have something, either Unfriendly Fire or whatever. I think I'm still going to go for the win here, just because we're holding nothing. We're going to be dead. I don't want to have to top deck. I want to reduce their top decks. Yeah, I mean, we got blown out. Kind of saw that coming. On the other hand, like, we're pretty fucked either way with the Sure Strike in our hand or not. In person, I would work a little bit harder to try to get a read on that. I think I'll will side and dive down. Ooh, Grim Captain's Call. Returning. Rowdy Crew only? Yeah, I don't mind that play. Although I will say, this game, Burning Suns would have been better the way it played out. Although there's 3 Cutlass, so we can't know which one was which. Yeah. And we're dead either way, so GG. GG. I do like dive down here. I don't love Sure Strike. It was super bad there, and I can imagine that being common. I kind of like Headwater Sentinels, but nothing else we have is bad. Till and Ollie's Knight seems actually particularly bad. 2/5 versus a grindy black-red deck seems pretty good. Just a 2-mana 2/2 vanilla when the game's dragging. This has to be a mulligan. This is a pretty good 6. Definitely hate mulliganing on the play versus black-red. Oh, they mulligan too though, so it's okay. And I'll keep the mountain. We have 4 and 5 mana plays. Okay, shippy ship. It's possible Shoreline Keeper could be a decent addition. It blocks some of that stuff. And the opponent's super grindy. So we got to 7 mana that game. I didn't play the 6th or 7th lands, but yeah, actually that's a good draw. I prefer the looter, but the 2/5 should block very nicely. Drag the game out. their own Headstrong Brute. Can't block. It's kind of interesting. Draw. We don't really want to loot. I don't really want to loot. Opponent can't block. 4-3 blocks this well. I kind of want to save it. We'll Headwater Sentinel. We can loot her. We can do it. We can loot. Maybe we don't do too much with this. I'm going to pitch the Mountain. It's a little bit greedy, but like we don't need the Pyromancer next turn. Either of these are fine plays, and we're bound to draw some lands. Rowdy Crew, that's super aggro. We've got a good blocker here though. We can crack in. They've got Rowdy Crew coming, which has a chance of fixing their mana problems. I could have traded there. Maybe I should have. 7. I could see this going pretty bad. Take 5. I'm going to play this guy to block. I'm going to swing with both. And I'm going to loot. Actually do really want to be able to cast this land. Strider is fine. We'll be able to cast this Pyromancer. Okay, here comes Rowdy Crew. Hopefully it's not too big. It's not. Ooh, spiked it though. They got to discard 2 black cards. And hit kind of pseudo black mana. Yeah, our life's under fucking assault right now, but theirs is 2. Menace only, that's interesting. Can't block. Maybe I wanted to keep the Windstrider. I think that I like attacking with this one. I'm going to trade off with one of these. I'm going to play the Pyromancer and clear that off. And then I have good blocks for his. And then my Marauding Looter can run away with the game. Okay. I will kill the one with illegal blocking. It has Menace. I'll probably kill the Rowdy Crew. I know they can return it to their hand, but Trample is more relevant than Haste. Or they may not give us a chance because they'll throw Till and Ollie's Knight with whichever. And then go land, Pyromancer, bing, bang, bomb, boom. Yeah, let's kill the Rowdy Crew. Sure Strike would have been fucked up good there. I sided it out. And although Headwater Sentinels I think is pretty good here too. Take that out. Slight value. Loot. Schooner's fine. I could see discarding it though. I think I like Cutlass more than Schooner. And I like Fire Cannon Blast here. Trading's good when you're looting. It will be interesting if we draw a land next turn. Because we could play both, or we could keep a land for the looter. They may raid, make us discard a card, would be pretty annoying. I think I'd keep the Cutlass. How good would Burning Suns be? That pick was wrong, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna block like this. Headwater Sentinels, 4 mana, 2/5. It's working out all right. Yeah, if we got raided, I'm gonna keep the Cutlass. think that is our sizing is our route to victory. Blue. Ooh, they have their own. Ooh, I like it. It's a good splash. That's going to really fix their shit. And then, well, I'm going to, Skittering Heartstopper. I'm going to fire cannon the shit out of that. Can't have that. And then I'm going to play the land. We're not going to be able to attack without playing the land anyway. I mean, we could like send with the Headwater Sentinels, but I'd rather do this. Cutlass, size up. 6, put them to 4. We have no reason to loot with no cards in hand, so I'm going to say no to that. Say no. And see what they have. They may have to double block this one. If we even allow that trade, or send in with a 4/6 actually seems really good when they're at 4, and we can use the looter if we brick on our draw step. Although obviously, like playing Burning Suns, killing that attack for 4 would have been decent. Would have been decent, or killing this one, and sitting on D, I suppose, or I guess yeah. Opponent still may not have black mana. I wonder what their mana base looks like. Yeah. Get wrecked, scrub! You're a bad kid. They're in the tank. You're not necessarily bad. You're fucking slow, though. 11 minutes to my 4 minutes, 5 minutes. What's Oogie? Come on. Bruh. Okay. If they do nothing, that indicates to me that they have unfriendly fire, in which case I'm going to move the Cutlass and swing with both. Because they could kill this one, they'd have to chump this one. But if I don't move the Cutlass, they can unfriendly fire this one, and then I'm only coming in with the 2, they don't have to chump. Card advantage. My favorite form of card advantage is making the opponent chump block. They're tanking. They probably realize that that's not a great play, especially against me. It's the competitive league. I have to assume opponents are good. Come on. Slow-ass opponent. Multiple minutes on the turn. Other updates for me. The mastermind's going well. I'm looking at what else I can do for business. More life coaching. Thinking about some niche products. Gonna be working on that a lot this winter. At 9 life, I am gonna block. Yeah. The 3/2 raid possibly. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have blocked. If I didn't block, the opponent would probably do something else. Better lucky than good, though, is what I say. Put on top. Yeah. I don't think I should have blocked there. Gave the opponent a chance. On the other hand, if I take, maybe they go like pump, pump, and I'm fucking dead. But this was more likely. I think we saw that card last game. So, Shorekeeper, no, especially because the opponent's actually attacking our hand. The 2/5 did impress me that game, so we'll just jam out. Although our curve is a little bit wonky. This would be better, but to me this is just too much worse. 2-mana vanilla. Vanilla 2/2. It's not the best. Alright, this is a pretty solid draw. We have 2 castable spells. It's not bomby or anything. We've got potential 2, 3, 4, 5 curve. We can cast, that was a good draw too. We can cast most everything. We don't have, did I side and dive down? I should have. Might have fucked it up. That's a good one too. Cutlass. Yeah, we cast a bunch of shit. Lucky for us, the opponent punts the play with no 2-drop. Ooh, I like to see that one because that way we can develop. That can't block, right? So I would have played the Cutlass if we don't have this or if we need to get through. But I'm not a huge fan of playing the Cutlass immediately when we can play another creature, because if they untap and kill our creature, it's a tempo loss. Cutlass does help you win the long games. Vraska's Contempt is fine. It does help you win the long games, but I want to win the short games too. Bonded Horncrest. I'm going to play this one. Actually, not the Buccaneers, because we have the Buccaneers to haste it up. Or if the opponent plays a bigger creature, thinks they can block this. I guess the thing that can go wrong here is if they attack and play a raid dude. But that's not what's happening. That was kind of weird. I guess they could do that anyways post-combat, but Menace is irrelevant because this can't block anyways. Slight awkwardness with this card I'm starting to see, because we're kind of forced into, yeah, I just see this card getting stranded. We're kind of forced into attacking with this. Rowdy Crew, by the way, is not just not impressed me. I mean, the random draw is decent. You got one card, but it makes it hard to plan. Mana base is cucking us right now. So there's a few options. We could play Cutlass on the Firebrand, or we could attack and pump. We could not attack. I like attacking. I also like playing the Cutlass rather than this because, well, it's going to cost us some surprise. It will save us some mana. Attack with both. I also like that since we have the Brazen Buccaneers, we can surprise the opponent. Yeah, because they're going to want to trade here. Otherwise, they're going to get absolutely reamed in this race. And they think they're pretty safe from this. They kind of are-ish. But we have Buccaneers to haste it up. Surprise. If we draw a land, we'll be able to throw out a couple dudes. And the Contract Killing. That's decent. Especially if they've got a follow-up creature. If not, we should be okay. Ooh, March of the Damned, returning Rowdy Crew and Stormfleet Arsonist. That's scary. I like playing Prosperous Pirates. We could play Wily Goblin and Brazen Buccaneers. Or we could play Prosperous Pirates. We could play Wily Goblin and Sleek Schooner. On their turn, they're going to play Rowdy Crew and or Stormfleet Arsonist. I like Prosperous Pirates Rowdy Goblin because it gives us a good block on the Headstrong Brute and gives us a good attack too. And gives us a treasure to sacrifice to Stormfleet Arsonist. So there's a lot that's good about this. Now the opponent's grinding us with extra cards. We're going to have to try to grind him with Pirate's Cutlass. Yeah, it's pretty nice what they have going on though. March of the Drowned has impressed me, and obviously only in Pirates, but mostly only in Pirates. but it has impressed me because there's a lot of trading that happens. Damn, Shipwreck Looter 2. On the other hand, they don't really have good attacks this turn, so... Unless the Hostage Taker, okay, I mean Marauding Looter, yeah. Doesn't seem like they have good attacks, at least. To create Menace. Okay, I will trade my Wily Goblin. Unless there's something else happening. That's a deal. And Fathom Fleet, shit. It's looking real bad. It's looking real bad. They still have 2 great cards in hand. That's not doing a whole lot. I think what will help us is if maybe we can get a fort. I think we need that. Yeah, I'm gonna spend the mana to equip. That way we can eat this if it attacks. It doesn't look good. It's not over though. We're down, but we're not out. It doesn't look good, but we can make it. I'm gonna go for value. Maybe they've got the 3/2. We haven't seen it. Maybe they've got another one. I think blocking that gives us a better chance. Shit. We're taking 7. Play Pyromancer and block, and they're looting. Hey, GG's was a good draft. I'm sure I could have played a little bit better and drafted a little bit better, but otherwise, happy with how it's gone. It's been decent draft. This is a pretty sweet deck, spicy deck here. Red, black, splashing Marauding Looter. Had some good games, longer games. I think our draws are fucking good. 5 lands, 10 spells, not good enough. Alright. It's not over. We're still at 7. We don't need to loot because dual shot, damn it. It's not over, it's not looking good though. Oh god. Second Island. Yeah, there's no way to win at this point. We'll go to our draw step though. Fire Cannon Blast. Not enough. GG's. Thanks for watching. I'll be back with hopefully another draft, some constructed and stuff like that. So peace out. See you guys soon. Appreciate you all. Love you. And look forward to what you have to say in the comments. Peace.